Hey folks, Rick Hollis here. This is the Jackson Mick Thomson Soloist Sl2. I've just bought one because I needed a guitar for down-tuned chugga-chugga demos, something with active electronics, active pickups, and I think I've found my beast. You can't say bitch. Beast. I found my beast. Okay guys, just a bit of a disclaimer. I got this direct from Fender, who own the Jackson brand name, at artist pricing, so I did pay for it. This is not a paid presentation, so what I say is the truth. Firstly, I just want to say I'm completely blown away by this guitar for the price. It is crafted in Indonesia, and to me that used to be a bit of a warning sign. Made in China, made in Indonesia. Man, those guitars have come a long way. I've played some Squires that are made in China that have blown my mind. If you check out the Strat comparison that I did recently, I'll put a little link to it right there. You will hear that some of the Chinese and Indonesian Stratocasters out there are sounding really good now, and the fretwork is amazing. So, let me tell you about this guitar. It is a 25.5 inch scale length, like a Fender. It is a mahogany body, 3-piece maple neck through body with graphite reinforcement and scarf joint, a 12 to 16 inch compound radius with an ebony fretboard with 24 jumbo frets and block side dots. So I love ebony. I'm going to tell you straight up, I don't like rosewood fretboards because I'm a bit of a weirdo, and that I pull down when I bend, and in rosewood my fingernails get caught in the grain. So ebony, beautiful. The side dots, there is no missing that. There's nothing on the front, but I feel like I have an orca looking at me as I play this. It has dual Mick Thomson signature blackout pickups from Seymour Duncan. Man, they sound really good, really clear. There's a single volume control and a 3-way blade switch. The positioning of this blade switch is exactly in the sweet spot. Love it. One thing that I'm really impressed, and what made me want to get one of these without even playing one, was the Jackson Mtb Ht6 Hardtail Bridge. Essentially, that's a Floyd Rose bridge, but there is no springs, there's no dive bombing, it's fixed bridge. So they've cut the block off. This is hard screwed onto the top. You get all the tuning stability that you want from a Floyd Rose by having the locking nuts and having all this lock in place. You get all the fine tuning, which I absolutely love, and most importantly, the feel of a Floyd Rose. Because for me, when you're palm muting and you're on a Strat or something like that, you've got these little posts that dig into you, and this super smooth, let me tell you. It has a recessed barrel jack here, so your lead is out of the way. Jackson reverse headstock. It also doubles as a for lead singers who want to put their mic stand in front of you. Oh, didn't see you there, buddy. It's available in black with white binding or white with black binding like I've got here. Let's hear it. So firstly, let's try a clean sound and let's have a listen to. But I'm sure you didn't come here for the clean sounds. You came here for the... These pickups just want to go forever and ever. I should point out I am playing through a Synergy Sl2 using the Friedman BEBB module. So that's half of a Buxom Betty and half Brown Eye BE100 style amp, which I'm really loving the clarity and stuff of. And I'm going straight into Pro Tools and using the Torpedo Wall of Sound by 2 Notes, the plugin, which gives you all the goodness that you would normally find in a Captor X or their Cab M, but in a plugin format. But yeah, man. So as you can hear, as I'm playing, and I'm playing things like little flat fives, it's really coming through. The pickups are clear as fuck. You can't swear here. I just did. So... What can I say? You've heard this guitar all over Slipknot records. And I'm going to say there is 2 versions. This is not the USA model. As I said, it's the Indonesian version. But for the price, let me tell you the things I do like and what I don't like about it. Firstly, what do I like? The playability straight out of the box. I stuck a ruler on it before, and 2mm is what it came out as. The nut height is perfect. If anybody knows how to set up a guitar, as you press at the 3rd fret, it should just clear the 1st fret, and this does perfectly, unlike some other guitars that I've got my hands on recently with Floyd Roses. So they absolutely nailed that. So the playability, the ebony fretboard is just smooth. Like I said, my fingernails aren't getting caught in it when I go to bend. The Floyd Rose Bridge, this thing is just, it came originally with what I'm guessing is 9-42 strings, and it was a little bit too light to be tuning down. But I did have a play with it for a couple of days in that tuning. It stayed in tune forever, which was great. Now that I've put some heavier strings on it, what can I say? You can hear how in tune that is. It's just absolutely perfect. So all the advantages of a Floyd Rose Bridge without the whole balancing act thing that tends to do people's heads in. Loving the clarity of the pickups. Love where the output jack is, keeping it out of my way. It's going to tuck up nicely behind the strap. I love this deep cutaway. I've never really owned a guitar that's neck through. I'm a bolt-on neck kind of guy, but that is just super smooth access. I heard people saying the paint would be grabby, but I'm not feeling that at all. It feels nice and smooth to play. Those inlays, as I said before, it's like an orca is looking at me. You cannot miss those in different lighting situations. That's really going to jump out at you. And what I don't like about it, one thing when I first got it, there was plastic on the pickups, and that went right in underneath the pickup surrounds, and I had to take the pickups out to get that off properly. And even trying to get in, I put a little scratch on the pickups trying to wedge the plastic off. So it'd be really nice if at the factory when they installed the pickups, they actually removed that plastic. I get they're trying not to get it scratched in the music store and stuff, but I heard other people bitch about this online. So, okay, another thing that I didn't quite like, and this has got to do with having a tilt back headstock with being reversed and this being so long, is when I clamped down to tune it, it actually pushed my low E or low B, as I'm tuned to right now, out of tune, which I don't normally have happen on a Floyd Rose nut. Normally I can tune it, lock it down, and then fine tune it, but I found that was just pushing down. Minor thing, now that I know that, I will just tune that string slightly flat and then accommodate for it here. And the other thing I thought would have been really nice to include would be some type of Allen key holder on the back of the headstock, because if I do want to do different tunings, I've got this tuned to a drop B at the moment. I play in a couple of bands that tune in drop C. Piece of piss to do it with a fixed bridge. I just undo it, but I don't want to be looking for an Allen key. I want to know that it's there all the time. Apart from that, Jackson, Fender, you guys nailed this. For the price range, man, like I've got some much more expensive guitars. I mean, the Jackson brand name got sold off a long time ago. I do have a guitar sitting over there built by Grover Jackson, and that's a Friedman guitar. And, you know, that's like $7,000 over here for one of those, whereas this came in at about $2,500. So is there $5,000 difference in those two guitars? Probably not. There is that little bit of handmadeness, goodness about it, but for the price, man, this is awesome. So chugga chugga away.